Hello, I'm Clayton Allman, and today I will be going over my speech about bullying. Over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year, according to DoSomething.org. I think we can all agree that we have been bullied at some point in our lives. I want you to close your eyes and picture a specific moment in your life when you were bullied. Once you have a specific moment in mind, think about how someone could have stepped in and changed it. How would you like to be that person for someone? We all have an obligation to step up and stop bullying. In order for us to see how we can do that, we will explore what bullying is, how to assess a situation, and finally, we will look at potential responses. The first thing you need to do is recognize if someone is being bullied. You might be embarrassed if you have misread a situation and it ends up just being friends messing around. The best way to identify if a child is being bullied is to look for changes in their child's behavior. According to stopbullying.gov, some signs that may point to a bullying problem are unexplainable injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry, frequent headaches or stomach aches, feeling sick or faking illness, changes in eating habits, like all of a sudden skipping meals or binge eating. Kids may come home from school hungry because they did not eat lunch. Difficulty sleeping or frequent nightmares, declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork, or not wanting to go to school at all, sudden loss of friends or avoidance of social situations, feelings of helplessness or decreased self-esteem, self-destructive behavior such as running away from home, harming themselves, or talking about suicide. The Some of you might ask, if a child is experiencing this type of mistreatment, they would say something. Wrong. Statistics from the 2012 Indicators of School Crime and Safety show that adults were notified in less than half, 40% of bullying incidents. Kids don't tell adults for many reasons. Some reasons include bullying can make a child feel helpless. Kids may want to handle it on their own to feel in control again. They may fear being seen as weak or tattletale. Kids may fear backlash from the kid who bullied them. Bullying can be a humiliating experience. Kids may not want adults to know what is being said about them, whether true or false. They may also fear that adults would judge them or punish them for being weak. Kids who are bullied may already feel socially isolated. They may feel like no one cares or could understand. Kids may fear being rejected by their peers. Friends can help protect kids from bullying, and kids can fear losing this support. Once you have identified that a child is being bullied, the next step is to analyze the situation. What position are you in and how can you help? If you are a parent and you notice some of the signs that we have just went over, what can you do? We already know why your child might not come to you, but that doesn't mean you can't go to them and talk about what is going on. Try to learn who all has been involved. It may be difficult for your child to divulge this information because they may think that you will get involved and make things worse. If the bullying is identified and punished, they would retaliate, or they could think that you may not believe them. The best way to address these concerns is by going to your child in a loving and caring way. And most importantly, make sure this is done in private. Your child is going to be a lot more likely to tell you how they are being bullied and who is bullying them if they feel they are in a safe environment. The next thing you do is ask your child meaningful questions that will help you analyze the situation. The whole goal is to gather as much information as possible. You can start by asking these types of questions. When did this first start? How often does this happen? Who is involved and who started it? Has anyone seen this happen before? Have you tried to inform anyone that this is going on? Have you tried saying anything to your bullies? Ask them to stop? If so, how did that go? The most important question is to ask, what do you want me to do? Or how can I help you? Hear and listen to your child's thoughts. Your child might answer, you can't do anything, or please don't do anything, you will just make it worse. If this is the case and based off the information you have gathered, you feel the need to intervene. Explain that you are going to look into the situation further, but before you do anything, you will check with your child. This is really important. If your child thinks that you are going to make things worse for them, they will regret telling you what they are going through and may possibly never tell you things in the future. By reassuring them that before you do anything, you will talk to them, relieves them from the fear. Not just a parent can make an impact. If you notice a friend exhibiting the same signs, feel free to have this same conversation with them. If it will probably be easier for you rather than a parent, because on average, most people feel more comfortable talking to a friend rather than an adult-like figure. Now you have recognized that someone is being bullied, analyze the situation by getting facts and details. Now it is time to act. As a parent, there are many ways to act indirectly to the situation. An example of this would be if your child is getting bullied on the school bus that do not go to his school, find different transportation for your child to get to school. This is a very simple and easy fix. Things can get more complicated when your child is around the person who is bullying them all day. Of course, there is the option of removing your child from the school, but that may cause more problems than it solves. Someone who has been bullied or is being bullied will most likely be struggling with self-confidence, so introducing them to a new environment may not be the best situation. As a parent, you have more options on how to address this. The first is to inform the adults where this is taking place. In a school, this would be the principal and the teachers. A one-on-one meeting would be the best thing to do. In your meeting, your child can present or not depending on their preference. Here are some things to bring up in the meeting. Has anyone seen or heard about anything your child has told you? If so, ask for specific details. During this time, you may find out that a teacher has already talked to the bully about his actions. Explain what your child has told you what has been going on in explicit details so there are no misunderstandings. Have a solution in mind. This may be having your child and their bully separated physically throughout the whole day, a meeting with all parties involved, including parents, teachers, students, setting up a support system for your child so he has somewhere or someone to talk to throughout the day. After you have come up with a solution, make sure that each step is followed carefully. Check with your child to make sure that the bullying has come to an end. If not, restart by having another meeting, addressing where the ball was dropped and how it can be improved. If you are a friend, tell an adult that you trust about what you have learned about your friend who is being bullied. If you feel that your adult isn't doing everything they can, talk to another one until you feel the situation is being handled. Some suggestions on who to tell include teachers, principals, lunch aides, camp leaders, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, or even a friend's parent. I hope you can take this information from the 3 steps, which are: first, recognize what bullying is; second, assessing the situation; and last, by responding to the bullying. If we all observe the people around us and pick up on signs that something may be wrong, talk to them about what's going on and then acting based off of the information we have been given, we can change people's lives. We all have the power to do that. Thank you for watching my speech, and let me know what I did good and what I did bad. Thanks.